What's up, everyone? My name is Black Pythagoras, and today I will be showing you a numerology technique I have discovered over the years, and I call it numerical synchronization. While I am versed in the metaphysics embedded within numerology, this technique has a different purpose. What I'm about to show you uncovers the hidden codes between people, places, and things, and is a way to tell how deep of a connection one has to another. Let's start simple. We will use authors and the names of the first book they ever published. Why the first books? Because typically, the first book of a person is a pure energy dump from the author to the book, meaning it's a good indicator that a person is deeply connected to the subject. Let's do an easy one. J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter. Per the usual, we will translate the name into numbers, then take the sum of the vowels for our first number, do the same with the consonants for our second number, add the vowels and the consonants to get our third number, the full expression. And for our fourth number, we take the entire date they were born and add it across. Do the same exact process for Harry Potter. Now here's the goods. For this specific instance, one number should match 90% of the time, two numbers should match 36% of the time, and three numbers should match only 19% of the time. Four matches would just be ridiculous. But as you can see, J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter have two matches, hitting that 36% mark, but wait. With the matching 8 here, both J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter landed exactly on 53. Now, the math is difficult, so I'll just say this makes the connection even more improbable than I stated previously. Nevertheless, two matches with J.K. Rowling. What about Robert Kiyosaki and Rich Dad Poor Dad? How about three matches, a 19% chance? How about J.R.R. Tolkien and The Hobbit? Three matches, but check it out. Two of them are identical numbers, the 20 and the 24, dropping the probability under the original 19%. Okay, so mathematically, we are doing the improbable over and over again. Notice, while the learned numerologist understands the hidden message of the numbers I'm showing, I haven't mentioned any mystical properties of the numbers whatsoever. So next example. Let's take the synchronization technique and apply a question. We'll take the biggest controversy plaguing America today. Of the names we have heard surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, are there any connections between them? So using the same process, let's run Jeffrey Epstein's numbers. Now we will check Les Wexner, the billionaire mogul most notably known for founding Victoria's Secret and signing over his entire estate to Epstein. And three matches, but wait. Each match between Epstein and Les Wexner is the identical number. This should happen less than 1% of the time. How about former Prime Minister Ehud Barak, who has been documented by pictures and the press to have visited Epstein's mansion dozens of times? Three matches, with their life path numbers being identical. What about Ghislaine Maxwell? She only has two numbers, 3 and 9, making a match extremely less probable, but whoops. Both of her threes matches with Epstein's life path number. And just so I can show you that four matching numbers do exist, well, Leon Black, who gifted Epstein upwards of $100 million, not only matches Epstein twice, but has the same numbers in the same placements as Ghislaine Maxwell. So how close were those two really? There are others, but let's move on. My next example will be the Bible, specifically Jesus and his disciples. This clip is from a lesson I made a few weeks back on my YouTube. Once the video is over, I will give some final thoughts. We calculate the sum of the vowels and the sum of the consonants separately, so an 8 for the vowels and a 3 for the consonants. Then add those together, we get the sum of the entire word, and what do you know, we get that 11. So the 11 is a perfect hit. Now, from the disciples, let's start with James. 6 for the vowels, 6 for the consonants, which gives us a 12, which reduces to 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. So here we go, hitting twice with James. 6 for the vowels and 6 for the consonants. Let's take John. 6 for the vowels, that's a hit. 5 for the consonants, and 5 plus 6 is 11. We hit the 11 too. So two matches for John, 6 and 11. Let's take Andrew. 6 for the vowels, that's a hit. 23, 5 for the consonants. Remember, 2 plus 3 is 5. Add them together, we get a 29, which 2 and 9 is 11. So 6 and 11 twice again. Philip, an 18-9 for the vowels, 25-7 for the consonants. Added together, we get 43. Boom. We hit the 7 twice with Philip. Bartholomew, an 18-9 for the vowels, 33 for the consonants, which 3 and 3 equals 6. That's a hit. Added together, we get 51, which is also a 6. So that's 2 hits for Bartholomew. Now Thaddeus, he's exceptional. Check it out. Vowels are a 1, consonants are a 1, and the total, there's that 11. How about Thomas? 2 hits with Thomas with the 7 and the 6. Simon, the 7 and the 6. But let's tone it down a little now. Matthew, 1 hit with the 6. Judas, 1 hit with the 6. Matthias, 1 hit with the 11. And Simon Peter connected with the 7 as well. Even Mary Magdalene hits twice. The 2, which the 11 is a 2, but she has an actual 11 as well. The Gospels separate the vowels, consonants, get a total. The Gospels match twice with the 7 and an 11. Now, it's also crucial to add that we usually add birthdays to this, but obviously we don't know their birthdays, so we're only working with 3 numbers. But what do you think? Could this all be a coincidence, or did someone do this on purpose? Now for clarity, in none of the examples did I say something like 7 and 11 are spiritual numbers, so no wonder they can be seen within Jesus and his disciples, or that the 44 in Epstein's personality number represents devil horns of the 8, which shows a ruthless need for power and money. While those things have merit, and I do understand them, synchronization is pure math. Every time we run these calculations, mathematically, we are the underdog. The 2 mathematical laws that prove everything I have shared today is the law of independent events and a process called binomial distribution. So when the naysayers are trying to tell you numerology is fake, show them this video. And if you want to see more of my style of numerology, you can check me out on my new YouTube channel, Black Pythagoras. The journey is just beginning, and I hope to see you there. Later.